My name is Victor Hugo. I am from Santa Cruz, Bolivia. I come from a family that is a cattle rancher. So it's a tradition in my family to have that business, so I am that business. I didn't know the Lord before, and so I was running my life over my point of view. And you know, I have the money, I had the power, political power. Even sometimes I had many times during the month have a lunch with the president of Bolivia, and I was walking in my life like thinking that I can do anything, I can do everything. My marriage was down, was very down. Me and Maria Cristina were almost in a divorce edge, and we were talking about how we are going to do the divorce. And so she was inviting me many times to this seminar called Ancient Path. And I didn't want, because I think that I didn't need it, you know. One day I said, yes, okay, I got tired of her invitation, and say, okay, we're gonna go. But you know what? I'm going because I want it. I'm going to the seminar because I want it, not because you tell me. So you will learn that you don't have to tell me anything. You will not run my life. So I go to this seminar because I wanted to go. But you are not going to the seminar. You are not going to take the seminar. And I suppose that she was very happy. Even with my anger, she was very happy because I was going to the seminar. I arrived to the seminar, and the pastor and Maria Cristina made me wait in the line of registration, you know. And so that was really something. Why they do that, you know? To these powerful men, they cannot do that. But they did. So I did the line. I waited until my turn for registration. And I started thinking in the line and say, you know, this is all a setup. You know? All these people are friends of Maria Cristina, my wife. So what they want to do is to ask me questions so I can speak about my secrets, and they will tell everything to her. I won't talk to anybody. Nobody will know anything about me. So we started the first session, and then we went to the first small group. So in the small group, it was really funny because we were all in the circle. And I say, I won't talk. So I cross my leg, there, sit, and I picked out the workbook of the seminar, and I start reading the workbook, you know. But I wasn't really reading. I just was hiding myself, you know, under behind the workbook, you know, like looking there what the other people was doing, which one will start to ask me question about my secrets. So I was trying to hide myself there. It was really funny doing that. Now I see how funny was it. So this guy started talking about his life, and he said like this, something like this. You know, I need to ask God what happened with me. He said, when I was 4 years old, my parents died in a car accident. Both of them died. So I had to go to an orphanage. And in the orphanage, I was for, I don't remember, 4 or 5 years there. And they come, this couple, and they adopt me. And they give me a lot of love. They give me all the care I need, all the protection. And they took me as his son. And I stayed there until I was 12. And when I was 12 years old, my two parents died again in a car accident. And he started crying and say, why? Say, why I am an orphan twice? I don't understand that. You know, when I was listening to him and watching him crying, something started, you know, to make like a revolution on my inside here, and something started to come, trying to come out, and struggle here in my throat, and you know, and I was repressing this feeling, you know, that I wanted, like feeling to cry and cry. So I was controlling that for some minutes until I just couldn't stand it. And I started crying. And so I can say, man, I am fighting with my mom and my dad, and this guy is orphaned twice. My wife and my children saw me cry only once. That was the time when my brother, Luis, he died in an accident. But that was the only time they saw me cry. So, because I was a macho man, when you know, macho men don't cry. And so this powerful man just came down, breaking, you know, my heart, and start crying and crying. I couldn't stand. So you know, that day when I couldn't stop crying, I decided to give my life to Jesus. I understand very clearly in my life how wrong I was, and so I decided to give my life to Jesus that time. I get baptized, and our relationship in my marriage, our relationship in our family with my children, it changed from dark to light, you know, from bitterness to love. When I finished the seminar, I told Maria Cristina, my wife, I said to her that I wanted to work in that ministry. I didn't know what I have to do. I didn't know how I was going to do this, but I told her, I want to do this. I want to work with you in this. I want to help another people. I want to help another man. I want to help others marriage, you know, to understand why they are struggling, why they are destroying their family. All this happened 10 years ago, almost. And now this year, 2010, we made this big event with the founder of Family Foundation International, Craig Hill. And with this event in Bolivia, in the three biggest cities in the country, and we reached more than 25,000 people with this teaching of a family. And the most great thing is that from those 25,000 people, more than 70% were not believers. So God gave us the grace for me and the team and Pastor Orlando to reach people that are not believers in our country, and we are doing that job thanks to all the tools that we have from Family Foundation.